I'd like to call to order the Knight Township Board meeting, January 6, 2026, our reorganization meeting. This is our annual meeting of the Township Board organized by electing the officers for the year 2026 per IC 36-6-6-7. Now, there's all across the state right now on the first Tuesday, the townships are doing this right here. So I have a roll call. Don Bonner. Here. Eric Wagner. Here. Chris Cook here. And let it note that we have our township trustee and deputy here as well. So adoption of the minutes. So in front of you, you have the adoption or the meeting minutes from 9:25 and the 12:08 brief meeting we had. I think it was 7 minutes or something. Was there any additions, subtractions? Have you had a chance to review that?
I was not present, so if Don makes a motion, I will second.
I make a motion, we accept it, I see no problems on it.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
See a motion and a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, time to reorganize the board. I'll do it again.
Why don't we do it again like this?
I mean,
You're running.
Are you run?
No.
Then I should do it. I mean, yeah, then
I
I will.
just leave it like it is this year.
Okay. Then I'll open the motion or the nominations for chairperson. Do I hear a nomination?
I nominate Chris Cook to be chair.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, I accept. Any other nominations from the floor? Seeing none, I will close the nominations. And all in favor of electing Chris Cook, chairman of the board for 2026, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. On secretary, I think Eric does a good job, and I can fill in when he's not here.
I make a motion that we.
Because you want to stay like the financial. Okay. Don, you make the motion for Eric for second. I'll second that.
The secretary, yes.
Do you accept?
Yes.
Okay. Any other motions from the floor? Seeing none, we'll close that. All in favor of electing Eric Wagman, secretary of the board, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Don't see any of those, so 3-0-3-0. We'll move on to item number 5, the internal accounting control structure. Trustee is asked to report to the board on the establishment of a system of internal accounting control and evaluate its efficiency and effectiveness in each of the areas. Number 1, the control environment. 2, the risk assessment. 3, control activities. 4, information and communication, and 5, monitoring.
So, in my opinion, the way that we have it set up is the most effective and efficient way. We're still adhering to those policies that are in place. Don, do you have any suggestions?
Not really. I think everything's going very smooth. The way we do, we check it each month and seem to run in very, very few problems.
Okay. Any questions? Communication's going well. I know Don does a great job getting over here, and if there's anything that ever comes up, I know we've always communicated well with each other. Eric, you have anything right now?
No, I think it's all fine.
Okay, the current, item B, the current internal audit, accounting controller, IAC, will give their thoughts, concerns, suggestions for improvement on the current internal accounting control system in place. I think you just did that.
I see really no reason for anything to change. I think everything's going good. Doing a good job. Keeping things up. So easy to read. So very good.
Well, I don't see any changes in what we need to do, because I think we do it by the book, and that's the way to do it. So item C will recognize our resolution on file regarding variance thresholds applicable to Knight Township. We can, 1, continue as written for the upcoming year, or make changes as we see necessary, which we would have to have a new resolution and be made and signed by the next meeting if we go that route. Was there any discussion on item C or did we just want to kind of keep everything in place? If so,
I'm gonna have you guys sign it. I like to have it signed every year, just so that they know we're addressing it, and making sure that we're not making any changes.
I don't think we need to make any changes.
No, I don't need.
Do I hear a motion to renew the policies currently in place?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I got a motion by Eric and a second by Don.
Second.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of renewing our current policies on file, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, that's 3-0. So we'll move quick on to item D. We'll also recognize our resolution on file on the system of internal accounting control. We can either, again, continue as written or make changes. If we continue as written, which I think we should, I just need a motion. I think you have a copy to pass around. Or
Yes,
give
and, just as a safeguard, we have, with First Federal, we have had them implement the positive pay system, where we go in each morning and review the checks that are being processed, and then we approve them,
before they print.
before they authorize them. Now, if we don't go in and do it, then they just move them through, and if something happens, but it's
Like
been
if
fairly
somebody's-
easy to,
Somebody's off or something.
Mhm. but it's been fairly easy to monitor.
How's that going in Malvern? Pretty well.
It's wonderful. I know we hesitated at first to move, but it was a very good.
Second.
I'll make a motion to renew the policies currently in place.
Got a motion on the floor. Second from Don. Any other discussion? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Item D, the internal audit control auditor, ICA. All duties remain the same, and the ICA will continue to promptly report to the full Township Board any weaknesses or failures in the current internal control structure of the office. They will continue to do a monthly audit of the previous month's financial transactions and documentation, checking for full clarity and compliance with the township's financial transactions and stuff. I don't think we need to change. I mean, we need to designate our internal control auditor for 2026. I make a motion that be Don again.
Second.
Don, do you accept?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll close that. And all in favor of keeping Don on as the IAC chairman for 2026, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, 3-0. Have some paperwork around on that. Here's my favorite one. Item 6, nepotism. I don't have any kids that don't have much family, so good here. Each board member and trustee will sign the previous year's 2025 certification for nepotism in employment, nepotism, and contracting. We will also recognize the 2012 resolutions on nepotism in employment and nepotism in contracting, again, to continue as written or to make changes. Personally, I don't see a need to make changes here because we've got a pretty stringent policy in place, but I guess now's the time to open that up for discussion.
Make a motion to renew policies currently in place.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the table. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Additional business. I'll turn it over to Brooke. She's gonna let us know, there have not been any revisions to our standing operating procedure manual. Brooke, did you have anything to add?
No, everything stayed the same.
Okay. Well, when it ain't broke, don't fix it. And, we're just moving right along. Were there any questions on that by the board?
I have none.
Seeing none. Okay, we'll move on. We need to schedule the annual meeting of the Township Board for the purpose of receiving, auditing, and approving the annual report, And then the Township Form 15, that has to be on or before the third Tuesday after the first Monday in February. Proposed date is Tuesday, February 3rd at 10 a.m. We just checked something real quick.
Oh, I thought we were heading on the 20th.
20th of what?
This month.
Oh, no. I won't even have the poverty guidelines from.
So the 20th is not, I don't know why.
So there's no other meetings this month. This would be the next meeting.
The 3rd, I'm good.
I'm good.
Tuesday,
Tuesday, the 3rd at 10 o'clock. So we'll set that for the next meeting where we do all those forms. Catherine, you have an update for us?
Well, so I wanted to, after reviewing the end of the year stuff, we thankfully had less burials. There was a specific case last year that was very gut-wrenching based on what our standards and guidelines are when it comes to burials. And in all the years we've been here, it's never come up until last year. And it is the age that we have for children that are needing to be cremated or buried. I am proposing, because of what's in our budget and what we have remaining this year, that would more than accommodate any increases that we do. I would prefer us change the age of the children with the pricing, because what happened is the parent of this child, the age was right just under what we do to turn it into an adult. And this child, the parents had to pay a substantial amount more because the child was in the same category as an infant. And I just think, there is, based on talking to some of our funeral directors, up to age 1, it seems as though they can get a fairly decent rate where they're not losing money. But there are some children that are 5 years old that weigh 75 pounds. I want to make sure we're taking care of our families and not, and like I said, this has not happened in the past, so we didn't really know to do it until it did. So that's usually how rules get done.
So this was a larger child?
No, just 2 weeks shy of the age.
Oh, like the 1 year?
No, because ours was from infant, and then it goes up, and I printed those off for you guys. These are the ones that we reviewed last year. And what I'd like to do is, and I really don't want to get into detail because it would be able to be known, and we don't want to break confidentiality. So my proposal is that we make from newborn to 1 the child amount, and then any child over the age of 1 is considered for an adult amount, because there is no set weight or, distinguishing the difference.
We would run into this at the cemetery lot with the baby area, is when you get like that 2 and 3.
CJ was too big to be buried at the Angel.
And you start getting that cherub, there's different, it's like a cherub vault, I think is what it's called. And there's different sizes. Well, the infant section, the spaces are very small.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start getting like into that 3 and 4 year old potentially, it's a little bit too much vault to fit in the actual spaces over there. like, I'm talking from my experience, so.
Yeah, and
I
see,
don't-
like CJ, he was 2, and he was too tall to be buried out in the children's section. So I just think instead of us trying to somehow figure out a size or
Just give them the,
we just need to do the benefit of the doubt and help these families because
I agree.
it was gut wrenching last year.
I agree.
So here's the amendment for that.
You need a motion.
Yes,
I'll
please.
make a motion to change the age of children pricing for cremation and burials.
I second.
See a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Were there any other standards and discussions that we need to change?
No. We are waiting, as usual, for the 20th roll along to get the poverty guidelines. Those will change accordingly. We're gonna stick with what we have on shelter because of where we ended up at the end of last year. We don't want to increase it and then have to come back because we've had an influx of people. So here's the forward page 2 of that.
Okay. So we don't have to have approval there, that's just signing up.
Yeah.
I did have a question, you read all about the electric and power bills. Have you noticed any influx in that?
We have with Centerpoint.
How bad is it? Is it bad or?
So there was a report that was done by DACE and that was put out. And the number of individuals based on last year and the year before that have been disconnected and not been reconnected is astronomical and just a shame. So it's a matter of just getting the word out that we are here and we can help because there have been so many people that have been disconnected and they are probably currently not knowing that there's organizations. And as you guys know, we can scream at the top of our lungs that we're here, but unless somebody knows about us or experiences coming here, there's no way to get the word out. And we've tried for years.
Have you talked to other trustees in the area? Are they experiencing the same?
You can look at the reports is what I typically do. Realizing that Knight Township is 40% of Vanderbilt County's population, and we have the smallest budget per capita, it's hard to compare. And so hopefully over the next couple of years, it'll become a little bit more fair to our taxpayers.
One of the few examples of Senate Road Act 1 actually doing something I feel is positive is that will be addressed in the 27 budget. So we'll notice a little bit different budget number because we'll start getting what's based on our population and how the system.
It'll be one flat
Yeah.
tax, hopefully, and then that will
So we're going to
even it
benefit.
out.
Yeah, it's going to even out. So we'll be able to do more aid and stuff. So stuff like that.
And then like every year that I did the previous year's TA7 and this year's here, those two go together. And this is just showing exactly what we've done the entire year, a breakdown of everything. We're very fortunate with the other agencies in town that the partnerships are much needed and of course they're amazing, so.
Well, let's hope it stays mild. It's 72 degrees on Christmas Day.
It's that minute.
That helps, unfortunately. It's been townships for how long in Indiana? And I don't know how you reinvent, get the word out on that.
No, typically it's when something
This
bad's
is a
going
short
on.
session too, and then after city this year.
Yes, I've been kind of keeping an eye because of my other job. And the only township legislation that I've really seen so far is they're still trying to push for some consolidation
That's
in some of the smaller townships. It wouldn't affect.
That's Union and some of them.
Yeah, I mean, in Vanderbilt County, it would be.
We should.
And there's over in Moore County, there's a couple that would affect, but I just, there's nothing that I've seen. Now granted, you know, they can tack stuff on and do some magic, you know,
The end, right, that's, yeah.
at the last moment, but I've been kind of keeping an eye on it, you know, with some of the other stuff I watch, and I haven't noticed anything. I know Tim's a phone call away if we have any challenges, so.
And we're members of the ITA and they have the legislative briefings and things like that. So we went up last year for the legislation, our legislative session, met with some of our representatives and just let them know the impact of what we do on a daily basis for their constituents too.
Are they having a day yet this year?
They are currently in discussion with a new proposal to the legislators, so we're waiting to kind of hear back on that of when it will be.
I gotta go look for the town stuff, it's February, so that's why I asked. Was there any additional business to be brought before the board today? Any good news? Everybody healthy?
Mhm.
So far.
Got a new knee, so, you know, I made it 49 in 11 months on the old one, but, yeah, it's just, well, we'll talk about that when the meeting's over. No, I think everything's going well. I mean, there's a lot of good, stuff going on here. I think compared to other townships, we're in good shape with the trustee, with the deputy, good staff issues okay. I mean, everything, building holding up.
Yes, we did have to have Bud's Plumbing come out and put antifreeze in the toilets back there because the smell was just too much. So, and that is supposed to keep the P-trap from drying out. I don't know.
Oh, I had that. These old buildings, man, yeah.
Inactive, yeah.
We had the public, over at Oak Hill, the public restrooms were in the basement. And and they weren't used, so I mean, if that trap dried out, you'd walk in one day and it smelled like straight sewer. And, is that what was going on? Oh, yeah.
And it happens every year, except for this year, it was happening far more often than normal. And it might be because it's been so warm and I have the covers that I put every year over the vents for the crawl space, that it's just holding the smell in. So we have to do that.
It can be pretty tough too, Ken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know we came in and water in the basement all the time, that's a problem.
Yeah, and luckily we don't have that issue. Also, Brooke had been able to get a hold of somebody to come and get the cots and the blankets
Good,
that
good.
have been here for years.
Yeah,
So
correct.
So they're being used.
they were donated, yes.
That's good.
Okay,
So
cool.
we have a
Is there
little
any
bit more space
other
back there.
surplus or anything that we need to get rid of?
Not right now. We're gonna have to go through the electronics and do that, but we want to get through the annual report.
Okay. And the fire contract stuff, all that taken care of?
Yes, we are currently awaiting the invoice from one of the companies. And then we'll be set for them to get the equipment.
Where do they do the dog tags out downtown of the county? Where, you don't, do they, is there such thing?
We've got some in the safe. I have no idea where they do them now.
We had to do that when we first came, we had to write the dog tags.
We have them in the safe because
You know, we had the little tags, there's no envelopes, you know, and we did them.
For like registering animals? Do you think those could be repurposed like with animal control? I mean, we know somebody there
Missy and
now.
Do you know where they're at? I don't even know where they're, is there tags back there yet?
they're in the safe.
Okay.
Do they say
Along
my
with-
township on them or?
I've not
I don't
taken them out of
remember what they
package.
did have on them, but there was numbers, we had the risks in the book, and it was only
And the
certain,
books in there too.
it was only certain times
That's all
of
in
year.
there.
What was it, about a couple bucks?
I don't know, 2, 4, and 6 or something like that.
Mhm.
It's like I remember back when I was a kid, they would sell those bike licenses for your bike. And you put it on there, they come to school and they give you that little tag and it's like $2.
Mhm.
And supposedly if your bike got stolen, it would help, but I don't understand why they wouldn't just rip the sticker off, but you know, what do I know?
But that was sort of more of a nuisance than anything else. And it was only certain times a year. We didn't do it all year. I don't know what time, I don't remember, but I remember the little Brian Rose we had, a little dog back then.
And then once, we review the annual report, we'll get it out to you guys so you can review it and then,
Before the 3rd.
yes.
Well, if there's no other business, thank everybody for coming out. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Got a motion, I've got a second from Don. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? We will adjourn at 10:28. I don't, I'm so pissed about this.